again, and we're back. As you can see last time, we've got ourselves past the archers, we've been down the hole, we've picked up a lot of heavy stuff that I'm never going to be able to equip in a million years, and we're ready to move on. So, I am going to go to the next question. This one again comes from the wonderful Jeremy Greer of every podcast. Jeremy asks, now I'm going to read this out before I move on because this is a long one again. Increasingly, game developers are marketing their games far in advance of the actual release. Very rarely does the game live up to the amount of hype generated by a publisher or developer throughout the marketing cycle. See No Man's Sky or Sigh. I'll do a sigh. Dark Souls 3. As we live our lives and form relationships more and more online, it's harder and harder to avoid marketing at all, much less for things that you naturally gravitate towards. Do you try to shut out the noise when it comes to marketing for things you pretty much know you'll at least experience, if not love, without question? If so, how? God damn, Jeremy, that is an A+, A tier question. Right. So yeah, I think, Jeremy, you've hit on something really interesting there, in the friendships you make online and just the natural... Okay, fine. The way that we talk to each other online these days, and the fact that marketing cycles start so early, people get excited, and on Twitter, people get excited about things. They put videos up, they put up pictures that make them happy. I've done it myself with JoJo a lot in the past few weeks. I've been putting up pictures of stuff that I've seen, and I've gone, oh, look at that, it's beautiful. But when you get a game like, let's take No Man's Sky as our example for this chunk. So No Man's Sky was announced like three goddamn years ago at this point, right? Like 3, maybe 4 years ago. Fuck you off. Ooh! Box porn. No, got greedy. It was announced ages ago, and when it was announced as the greatest thing since since sliced bread. Like, it was going to be the only game you ever need. I need to focus on this for a second. Ooh, drink. And I think that the amount of pre-release why did I just go to the backstab? Dumbass. There we go. Right, down to 10 S's already. Great. As far as the game's like pre-release stuff went, like it went on for so long, and the marketing for it was saying, it's going to be the best, it's going to be the world gaming. And I think that people didn't help that. Are you a mimic? You're a mimic. Fan bases just didn't help that fact, because we do get ourselves unreasonably excited for stuff. The Souls fandom is one of the worst ones for it. Let's be fair to ourselves here. When Dark Souls 3 was announced, we all, collectively lost our shit. When Dark Souls 2 was announced, we all collectively lost our shit. Shit was lost in a variety of fun ways. But then when the actual game came out, I know a lot of people really loved it. I was not one of those people. I found the marketing to be crass at best and awful at worst. I've spoken at length on the show and with other people. Cool, coins, brilliant. About just the way the marketing with the stupid fucking Hot Wings challenge and the t-shirts as well. Like, come on, guys, they were terrible. Whose idea was that? It became very hard to look at this thing that, this property that I love. Oh yeah, we're here. Look at this dragon. Ah, there's a dragon. Look at this property I love and not be disappointed in the way that it had been chosen to be marketed. Dark Souls 3 again, it's just the way that game was shown to the masses. It was going to be, it's Miyazaki's backy, After a lot of people didn't like Dark Souls 2, which is something I don't agree with. I think Dark Souls 2 is brilliant. Not as much as CJ does, but no one does. I think Dark Souls 2 is as good as CJ does, so that's not likely. But Dark Souls 2 is legitimately my third favourite of all the Souls games. But the way that we form these communities online, I only follow people on Twitter that I like. I don't. Oh, hello, Titanite Demon. Hello. I don't see the point in following, you know, game websites and IGN or Game Facts, websites, because a lot of you are going to share the stuff that I'm going to look at anyway. You know, I don't go to game sites outside of really Kotaku anymore because most of... What was that sound? Never mind. Most of the stuff that I'm going to, you know, hear about is going to come from Twitter. But then when you come to a place like Dark Souls 3, whereby... Oh, fuck, what room is this? Ooh! That room! Well, fine, okay, fine. That got me. I wasn't paying attention. That was me. That actually gave me a bit of a scare. That's why I went quiet. A prime example, I'm not going to point fingers, I'm not going to say I was grumpy about it, but Dark Souls 3, the moment when you reach Irithyll Valley, you come out and you get that just majestic visual, you know, it's beautiful. But I'd seen that visual 10, 11 times before I actually got to that place. And, you know, it took some of the mystique away, you know. I knew it was coming. Just going to pop this bonfire a little bit. I knew it was coming eventually, and when I did see it, I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's that bit that I've seen online. And I think the way that Twitter works, and I think the way that online works these days is, you know, you're encouraged to... Oh yeah, reverse hollowing first. God, this game's weird. You're encouraged to share experiences you've had. You know, you're encouraged... I mean, the PlayStation and the Xbox have buttons to do just that, you know, to share your experience and to show people, hey, look at this cool thing that I found. You know, look at this, look at that, oh, look at this. But then after, you know, after a bit of time doing this, it's become apparent that nothing is sacred anymore. You know, when it's games... Oh, god damn it, this stupid game. When it's important games, I'm going to say important games like Dark Souls, you know, I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to see anything from the game before I play it. I want to play it fresh. And the nature of going on Twitter and Facebook is sharing and talking. And if I'm... Sorry, I'm rambling here a little bit. I know I am. I'm sorry. I'll tighten this up. I'm just trying to find a way to say this without it sounding bad. Because we're all so excited when we play a new game and we had that new thing, like, oh my god, this is great, this is amazing, oh brilliant, I'm going to tell everyone about it. We've all done it. I do it as well. I share my experiences. I want to show people the fun I've had, but in the back of your mind, there's that moment of, oh, I hope I don't spoil this for someone. Like, I hope I don't spoil this at all. And I think, as far as the second part of Jeremy's question about shutting out the noise, you know, I really do try and avoid most websites. I don't think I clicked on a single article about Dark Souls 2 or 3 in the lead up. Bloodborne, I kept myself as cold turkey as possible because I don't want to know. I want to go into games fresh. I want to go into them clear. You know, knowing that. Oh, no. You know, knowing that there's going to be enemies in Minecraft. You know, fine, sure, whatever. But when it's a game that, you know, builds itself around its moments of gameplay, and like, a good example, the first time you cross that wall here, you get picked up from Sen's Fortress and you appear in Anor Londo. It's wonderful. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful moment, and it's just, oh, hello. Hello, fat boy. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted there. That moment, you have that moment, it's incredible, you know, and if you knew about that beforehand, you know, it would take away some of the impact. It would take away a lot of the impact of that moment. And, you know, I have... Something's walking around. I have personally avoided pretty much every gaming website for the last 2 years. That's probably a bit of an overstatement. But I just... Come on, activate. Activate. There we go. I just don't want to know anymore. You know? I want to experience my games firsthand. I don't want to Nice. I don't want to know about things beforehand. And there are a lot of people that do. You know, that's why YouTube does so damn well. Like, look at every Let's Play channel ever. You know, PewDiePie got Last Guardian a month early. What's up with that? Like Dark Souls 3. The streamers got that a month early. And, I mean, that's just not understanding the point of these kind of games. So I guess my conclusion is that, yeah, I do try and avoid the... I try and avoid the glut of information that does come out. Oh, shit. When a new game is announced, because I don't want to know. Nier Automata, really good example. I've watched 0 videos about Nier Automata. I will not watch any videos about Nier Automata. I want to discover it all myself. I don't want to have that worry of going, oh god, it's that bit. Oh, it's that bit. Oh no, it's this bit. Ooh, it's this bit. And it surprises me that more people don't do that. Ooh, not good enough. No, okay, fine. And it surprised me that there's people willing to spoil themselves on what's, you know... You only get to play these games once, you know? And I've elaborated this again on the podcast. You only get to play a Dark Souls game once. You only get to play any game for your first time once. And it's always the first run is the one that I find you always look back on. What was hell was through here? I can't remember. I'm going to go back, don't worry. I've not forgotten that side path. Your first run is the one that you remember. And if you're of the mind to intentionally spoil that run, you know, I'm going to do everything I can to preserve the integrity. Is that the right word? Maybe not. I'm going to do everything I can to preserve the stability and the... Oh god, that's even worse. Fuck me. To have that good first run. You know, I don't want to know, oh, it's that bit from the trailer. Like, that does nothing for me. It does 0 for me. I don't want to know about the video game before I get there. I want a fresh experience, and Twitter makes it difficult. Here's a side example to finish up with. The game Overwatch, okay? Game Overwatch. I know so much about the game Overwatch. I don't care about the game Overwatch, but there's so much fan art and fan stuff that comes up. You can't avoid it, you know? You absolutely can't avoid it. This is a game that I'm not trying to look at, and it's just forcing its way into my feed. And it's worse when I'm surrounding myself with Dark Souls people, and then a Dark Souls stuff comes out. It's almost impossible to miss. It's a bit of a rambling answer, that one, but yeah, it's difficult, you know? It's difficult. I do what I can, but it's difficult. And I'm going to stop there for now, because I've got this fun chat to talk to. If you have any more questions, if you have anything you want to send through, by all means, send it on through, and I will endeavour to answer as best I can. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon with this big guy.